Hello, everyone. Just want to say a quick thank you for clicking onto the video. Please do us a favor and hit that like button, comment, and most importantly of all, please subscribe to the channel. Enough of the chatter. Let's get on with the video. The thing with Luka is once he learns to stop crying about every ticky-tack foul, he's going to see that the refs are going to give him more calls. I think right now he's a dominant player, so he's like, I should be getting these calls automatically. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of the Burner Account. We got a good show in store for you today, so let's get right into it. Boys, I want to start off with something near and dear to everyone on this podcast, and that is your Dallas Mavericks making it back to the NBA Finals.
Yes, sir.
We put a waxing on the Minnesota Timberwolves yesterday night, and we're making a return to the playoffs the last time, or to the championship last time we were there, 2011.
Yes, sir.
We won it all.
Yes, sir.
And if you ask me right now, I feel like this team is better than the team that showed up in the 2011 finals, but that's just me. Jay, since you got a little skepticism in your voice, I'm going to start with you, man. What do you think about this Mavericks team going up against the Boston Celtics? Will the Mavericks win it all? Do we have a chance? And if so, how many games will it take to take the crown?
Mavs in 5, first and foremost. Yes, we will take the crown. Luka and Kyrie are playing lights out. Our young center is jumping out of the gym and playing his best ball that he's ever played. Thanks to Tyson Chandler. Mark Cuban did something smart by doing that players initiative or mentorship by bringing in old Mavs greats to mentor the new and upcoming stars. Also, hats off to and applause to Michael Finley. I didn't realize that he was a VP of what is it, player operations or whatever. I think that's his title. But that was a man that I don't think he got a championship with his time here. He was a great Mavs. He was a great Mavs player when he was here. One of the staples when he was here. So it's good to see him getting recognition and flowers while he's still here. And I found it kind of interesting in the locker room where he took a beer from Luka whenever Luka was celebrating. That tells you he's serious business. Like,
this man had his drink.
Hey, he's just protecting the image, because if you, in my opinion, you look at Luka, he's, whether you like it or not, whether you agree or you don't, Luka is quickly becoming one of the faces of not only the franchise but the league.
Right.
So you want to protect that image to a point. I mean, everybody's going to do the champagne thing when you win, but when you have like a brew in your hand, right, and the camera's on you, Michael Finley comes up, he kind of like dabs him and he takes the beer. Luka's talking with his dad, and then he looks and he's like, what the hell? And then he's like, oh, well, Finn walks off and it's no big deal. I think this Mavericks team, man, they're special. They're playing hungry. The trades at the deadline for Washington, for Gafford, I mean, those guys, they're making a big impact on this team. Yep. Derek Lively coming back in Game 5, like you saw, we were missing him in Game 4. He comes back in Game 5, and the Mavericks pick right back up. Derek Lively getting drafted and just doing big things for us. His basketball IQ as a rook is nice. He keeps the ball moving. He went 16 of 16 from the field. That's a new record.
Yep.
All
Yep.
alley oops and stuff like that. I mean, man's out here,
But it's
easy
something we
buckets.
needed. We
Yeah.
need that.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I'm saying. Now you got some bigs coming. You got Porzingis coming back, probably. You got Horford there. Do you put Porzingis back in the starting rotation, or do you let Horford stay with the hot hand?
I think you have to. You have to.
I don't
Porzingis has to
trust
be back in there.
Porzingis, bro. His health has always been an issue. To me, I think the Mavericks are going to win it. I'm saying we're going to probably win it in 6. I can see us splitting the series at home. Like, hey, we'll win one home game. Boston will win a home game, stuff like that. Overall, though, I think Jason Kidd's got this team united. They all believe. They're all hungry. Kyrie being the veteran, giving a good guiding voice to Luka. He's like, hey, Luka, don't get too high, don't get too low.
Yeah.
They both showed up big. Damn, Luka had 20 points in the first quarter. He outscored
Alone, bro.
he outscored the
Alone.
Wolves by
Yeah.
himself in the first.
Yep.
Like, he came out on a mission, and the
Hell
Mavericks.
yeah.
The one thing we said, we need a statement game. You want to shut it down early. And what happened?
Yeah.
They came out, put their foot on the neck, and they were like, we're not letting up. We're not letting up. We were up by like 36 at one point.
Yep.
Julio, what when you watched that game last night, man, what did you think? And I'll ask you this as well. In the finals, what's your prediction?
First and foremost, let me just say the Mavs looked phenomenal yesterday. And when I say that, I mean that. Like you said, Luka scoring 20 points in the first quarter alone, showing how hot he got, how quick, and just being able to go back to back. Hell, I think he had three three-pointers at one point, back to back to back. So, I mean, to me, that team right now is showing that they're firing on all cylinders. Kyrie showed up. Daniel Gafford has been playing outstanding defense. That kid Lively also been playing outstanding defense. And hell, for the first time in the entire series, I saw Luka and I saw not only Luka, but I saw Kyrie playing defense and holding their own against everybody on that court. So, I mean, it's a special thing to see as far as from our team and seeing how well they're playing together, how well they're playing with each other and supporting each other. And I just think that if they continue that on in going into the finals, that they're going to be damn near unstoppable. So I see, even though I say that, you also got to remember that Boston from the Eastern Conference is the number 1 seed. We are the number 6 seed. So, they're not just some pushover team either. It's not going to be an easy series for me that I can see. I do see the Mavs winning, but I think that it's going to go to game 7. I don't know why. I just have a feeling that it's going to go all 7 games, and it's going to be a very hard fought season final. I mean, so I'm very excited for this final. And very, very excited for it because I want to see how everything plays out. If I remember correctly, I think I overheard somebody say that, defensively speaking, the Celtics are one of the best in the league when it comes to defense, and the Mavericks are the best offensive team in the league. So it's going to be a fight all the way to the end, and I can't wait to get to game 1 and to see how that's going to play out. I really can't. It's going to be awesome.
Bro. We're definitely going to see what this team's made of.
Boston can score too. So, I mean,
but there are a lot of like 80s and 90-point game, and like Oklahoma City had some solid defense. We ran through them. Minnesota had some pretty nice defense. We got through them. Boston will give us our biggest challenge by far. But I also feel like Boston's also had a pretty easy road because every team they've played, that team's star player has been out. So it's been a pretty good cruise control postseason for the Celtics. And I think this will be the first real challenge with Luka and Kyrie getting a week's worth of rest. It's gonna we're on equal playing field now. So I'm happy for that. T, what about you, man? What do you think about this upcoming series and what do you think about the game yesterday?
I think that I'm trying to let this airplane pass. um, bro, I hate to say it this way, but I don't think you giving Boston enough credit, bro. Boston is Boston would have them a championship right now had it not been for the resolve of Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and the rest of the Warriors team a few years ago. Overall, I will say that the Eastern Conference is not as hard as the Western Conference, but the Eastern Conference is no cakewalk. Mm-hmm. You still got to go through Giannis. You still got to go through Miami and Tyler Hero
Butler.
and Butler. I mean, Chicago is Chicago. They not great. They just in the middle. Like, it's not a cakewalk, is what I'm trying to say. But overall, bro, I can honestly say Boston has maybe the best all-around team in the league. You got scorers and stars in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Al Horford has been doing what he's been doing for a decade plus. Like, and then they role players, bro. They are a well-coached team. Yeah. Now, you transition that to the Mavs. The Mavs are pretty young compared to the Celtics, although Kyrie has been in the league a lot longer than a lot of these guys. He has the experience. He's won a championship. They talked about how Kyrie has Kyrie has talked about how he has, when they got to 50 wins, he was like, we just need to get to 50 wins. And from there, get into the postseason. Once we get into the postseason, like, I've been here before. A lot of these guys ain't been here. I know what to tell them. I know, I know how to be a leader. Yep. So I think it is going to be a hard-fought series, bro. I think Boston will give them trouble. The last two contests that we played with Boston, we've lost. Yep. Luka has performed great in those contests in a losing effort. Kyrie has performed okay in those contests in a losing effort. At the end of the day, I think it's going to be – I'm going to roll with the home squad, bro, but it's going to be in 7, and it's going to go to game 7, and it's going to be – I think that was going to be it's going to be a closeout for the ages, bro.
It's going to be a heartbreaker for whoever loses.
Huh?
It's going to be a heartbreaker for whoever loses.
It's going to be a heartbreaker because, bro, look at what the Mavs done, bro, to get here. Nobody expected the Mavericks to be in the finals. It reminds me.
Halfway through the season, it was like, fire Jason Kidd. This team is an absolute cluster right now.
But people Nico Harrison on JP, bro. But
Nico Harrison made the trades, bro. Like, he acquired the players, and Jason Kidd coaching them up.
You got to give J Kidd his credit, bro. Like, to come in and take over for Rick Carlisle, and we know what Rick Carlisle did. He brought a championship here.
Yeah, he got swept by Boston in Indy.
I mean, yeah, he did. But he also coached the team that got a championship here.
Yes, he did.
And he rode that for years after that. And although bro, Jason Kidd needed a squad, bro. And the thing is when we traded for Kyrie, they said we got 2 ball-dominant players, which is true.
They said it wasn't going to work. And if you saw the results last year, it was like, what did we do?
Yeah, but you needed – everybody got to understand you need a year to get accumulated
chemistry,
get accustomed to the program.
Yep.
So I give J Kidd all the credit, bro. I think that Jason Kidd, is he went down. He's gonna go in the Hall of Fame if he ain't already in. I can't remember, but he's a Hall of Fame player, and he's gonna wind up being a Hall of Fame coach if he stay with the Mavericks and Luka stays here. The thing here is we have to learn how to. We need to grab the talent that can get adjusted to each other instead of just trying to grab star players. We saw it when we went out and got Porzingis and we had Luka. We saw it when we went and got the he can still jump, bro. DeAndre Jordan. So it just felt like we were trying to put pieces together, and now they went and got young guys who are hungry,
and role players, bro. We got good role players.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. They got young guys that's hungry. Like them role players, they hungry and they young. And it remind you of the 2011 squad because you had Dirk was the star, Jason Kidd was the sixth man of the year, or Jason Terry, sixth man of the year. J Kidd was running the point. And then you had your role player guys, Sean Marion, Deshaun Stevenson, the center y'all just named. I keep forgetting his name.
Tyson Chandler.
Tyson Chandler. He was a dog, bro.
Yep.
Tyson Chandler.
He was a bully in the paint,
he was
bro.
A dog, bro.
Yeah.
So right now, that's the feeling that you get with this squad right now. So it's gonna be a hard fought battle, man. But I give Dallas the edge because they the home team. Good luck to Boston, but you can't discredit what Boston is doing. But I'm rolling with the home team in 7, bro. It's not gonna be,
man.
It ain't gonna be a sweep. It ain't gonna be a gentleman's sweep. It's gonna go to 7. It has to go to 7 because that's must see TV right there. So
I think it's different because I think Luka, he really doesn't have anything to prove because we know the player Luka is and what he deserves and what he should have got this year. And somehow, some way he was third. But I think he's shown you why he should have won MVP this year. So, and with him playing like that, I think it's going to push him and Kyrie and Lively to bring it home. It's going to happen.
I think with Luka, the thing with Luka is once he learns to stop crying about every ticky-tack foul, he's going to see that the refs are going to give him more calls. I think right now he's a dominant player, so he's like, I should be getting these calls automatically. It's like, fam, you're not that established yet. You have to earn that, fam. And right now, it's like everything's a foul. Everything's a foul. It's like, no, bro. Like sometimes you just gotta play. Stop.
Bro, he really is. He really is that established, bro. But that's what the stars do. LeBron does it. Kobe did it. Jordan did it. Like, bro, the stars call out for the fouls, bro. Even more now.
But it's not like you're every time you miss a shot, you're looking like what? It's like, come on, man. Like,
just get back and play defense.
Get back and play defense and make it up on that end.
Bro, it's because they like to do that. Everybody shooting threes now, and they like to shoot and lean into the defender. Yeah. And it's supposed to be a foul now. So, man, look, get out there and play ball, bro.
That's it.
That shit, you ain't gonna be able to do that versus the Celtics, bro. They too well coached. They're too good all around team. They definitely disciplined, and their stars. If one star has an off night, it's like the other star just goes off, bro. If Tatum having an off night, Brown is going off, and vice versa. So, and Al Horford, he stayed doing what Al Horford does. Like he'll shoot a few threes, but you come up the middle, he trying to block you. Defense, I mean, come on now. But I do think that Kyrie Irving can generate any shot, bro. He can mix up anybody. Luka, his spot is everywhere. So he gonna get his spot. It's just about them being on when they do it.
Yep. I mean, if Luka's rested, Kyrie's rested, and they come out like they did at the start of Game 5 against Minnesota, now we're talking. But if they come out dragging ass and they come out
complaining and pussyfooting and all that.
loafing. It's gonna be a long series.
But that's the thing, bro. The Celtics have been out longer than the Mavs have, and this series starting, I think, on the 6th.
Rest versus rust.
So,
Yep.
Hey man, it's the same situation when we played Minnesota. Minnesota came off a long series, and we were rested, and I think we took the first 2 games, right? We took the first 2 games. We took the first 3, yeah. We took the first 2, and they said, well, Minnesota had a long series, and then we took game 3. So same situation, just a different squad now.
Had to whoop that trick, bro. The thing that I didn't like about game 4 was Kyrie pregame was like, this is just another game to us. This is Minnesota Super Bowl. And I'm like, bro, that's the wrong mentality to have.
Bulletin board material.
Going into basically a
closeout game.
A closeout game. Yeah. Like, no, bro, keep that fire, close it out, and then we're cool. Especially because we had already seen Boston swept. Yep. So to have that mentality, I was like, it's not a good way to start before the game, and we lost. But hey, they made up for it in Minnesota. I think they just wanted to go rub it in their stupid idiot faces.
I think it was partly partly Luka wanting to be the villain and win in Minnesota.
Oh, bro, he was the villain. He was the villain.
Hey, he was talking mad shit. He told somebody right now. I was like,
he was talking to Snoop when he did that.
No, he was talking to a guy behind Snoop. Snoop was just, he heard it and he was laughing like, oh man.
Okay.
He's dogging.
I thought he was talking to Snoop.
Nah, he wasn't talking.
Yeah, I think they were saying something about a guy in the background with a handkerchief saying that he was crying or whatnot.
Was crying, yeah.
And so he was like, "Who's crying now, motherfucker?" So, so yeah. It was good, man.
So
I like to see that fire, though.
He feeds off.
I like to see that fire. Yeah, I love to see that fire from Luka, man. It gets everybody else around him hype. So hype. So it's good to see that. And I hope to see that in this first game when we play the Celtics.
For sure, man, for sure.